Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in Hollywood, the most powerful moments aren't scripted. They're raw, real, and filled with emotion that words can barely contain. And that's exactly what happened recently when Jennifer Garner took the stage at what was meant to be a joyful public event, only for the evening to turn into something unexpectedly poignant. The crowd didn't see it coming. The cameras were ready for laughter, for lighthearted banter. But what unfolded instead left everyone silent and deeply moved. Jennifer Garner, known for her grace, humility, and quiet strength, walked onto that stage with her usual warmth. She smiled, waved, and began to speak, but from the very first few sentences, it was clear this wasn't going to be the ordinary thank you speech. Her voice carried a tenderness that drew people in. There was no script in hand, no teleprompter guiding her, just raw honesty. And soon, as her words unfolded, it became apparent that part of her message was directed towards someone very specific, her former husband, Ben Affleck. She didn't name him directly, but she didn't need to. Every sentence carried weight, layered with meaning that anyone familiar with their story could feel. Jennifer spoke of growth, of healing, and of the quiet understanding that comes when two people have shared both love and pain. She said, "It takes time," she said softly, "to see things clearly, to understand not just what we've lost, but what we've learned." Her tone was calm but emotional. There were subtle pauses, soft smiles, moments when her voice seemed to tremble just slightly. And in those pauses, the entire crowd hung on every breath. Those who know Jennifer know she's not one for drama. She doesn't seek headlines or pity, but in that moment, she let the world see a glimpse of her heart, raw, sincere, and full of empathy. As her speech came to a close, the audience remained still. For a long, breathless moment, you could hear nothing but the faint hum of cameras and the shuffle of people trying to process what they just witnessed. Then came the applause, not the usual cheers, but a deep, respectful round of appreciation. It was the kind of reaction reserved for moments that touch something universal, something human. Within hours, clips of Jennifer's speech had spread across social media. Fans and journalists alike replayed every word, every look, every emotion. Hashtags tied to Jennifer and Ben began trending worldwide as people speculated what this public message truly meant. Was it an olive branch, a quiet call for peace, or perhaps a symbolic farewell? Entertainment insiders began analyzing it from every angle. Some believed Jennifer was expressing forgiveness, not just toward Ben, but to the chapter of her life that tested her spirit. Others suggested it was a symbolic farewell, a moment to finally let go of the pain and acknowledge the lessons that love, even when it ends, can teach us. Whatever the intention, there's no doubt that her message resonated far beyond Hollywood. It reminded people everywhere that no matter how public a life may be, heartbreak, reflection, and grace are deeply personal. And then, of course, there's Ben. While he hasn't made a public statement since that evening, those close to him say he was deeply touched by Jennifer's words. Ben has always spoken fondly of Jennifer in interviews, describing her as a wonderful mother and an incredible human being. And perhaps that's why this moment mattered so much, because even after years apart, there remains a visible thread of respect, care, and perhaps even unspoken gratitude between them. For many, it was a reminder that love doesn't always end. It transforms, it softens, it teaches, and sometimes it circles back in the form of understanding. Through all of this, one thing stands out: Jennifer Garner's quiet resilience. She has evolved from America's sweetheart into something even more profound, a symbol of grace under pressure. A woman who can stand on a stage, speak from the heart, and remind millions that it's possible to move forward without bitterness, to heal without hate, and to love even after loss. That night, she wasn't just speaking to Ben Affleck. She was speaking to anyone who's ever loved, lost, and learned to forgive. In a world obsessed with drama and division, Jennifer's message was something rare, a glimpse of maturity, dignity, and emotional honesty. Whether this was the beginning of a new chapter between her and Ben, or simply the closing of an old one, it left an impact that will linger for a long time. So what do you think, dear viewers? Was this Jennifer's way of offering peace? Was it a moment of reflection or something deeper? Perhaps even reconciliation? Let us know in the comments below. And if this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt updates about the lives of your favorite stars.